the battle already in motion. Dust explodes into the air. A full-grown Komodo dragon, over 8 feet long, lunges forward with jaws wide open, rows of serrated teeth glistening with saliva. But instead of prey running away, a honey badger charges straight at the dragon. The badger screams, a sharp, furious sound, and bites down hard on the dragon's leg. The Komodo thrashes, tail whipping like a sledgehammer, venomous spit flying as both animals slam into the rocky ground. This isn't a hunt. This is a fight neither animal expected, and one of them is about to make a deadly mistake. Who survives when raw venom meets fearless rage? Before we dive in, drop a comment and let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoy animal stories like this, be sure to like the video, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share it with someone who'd love it too. Strangers on the same island. The island of giants, the Indonesian island, is quiet at sunrise. Golden light spills across dry forest, tall grass, and volcanic rock. This land belongs to one ruler, the Komodo dragon, the largest lizard on Earth. A patient hunter, a living relic from the age of dinosaurs. He moves slowly now, tongue flicking in and out, tasting the air. Every step is silent. Every pause is calculated. This male dragon has survived for over 20 years, long for his kind. His body is scarred from battles with rivals. One eye sees less than it used to, but his sense of smell? Still deadly accurate. Today he's searching for something easy. A deer, a fallen bird, even carrion. Anything he can overpower without risking injury. Because for a Komodo dragon, one bad wound can mean death days later. An unexpected arrival, but this island holds a surprise. Months ago, a violent tropical storm wrecked a small cargo boat traveling between islands. Among scattered supplies and debris that washed ashore was a single survivor. A honey badger, trapped in a wooden crate meant for an illegal wildlife trade. Somehow, impossibly, it lived. Honey badgers are not native to Indonesia. Their home is thousands of miles away in Africa and parts of Asia. But this one has done what honey badgers do best: adapt, survive, refuse to die. Smaller than the Komodo, much smaller, but built like a tank. Loose skin like armor, thick hide, powerful jaws, and a brain wired for bold, aggressive survival. Where most animals avoid danger, the honey badger investigates it. Two predators, one territory for weeks, their paths almost crossed. The Komodo dragon hunted along dry riverbeds and open clearings. The honey badger searched rocky hills for crabs, birds, eggs, and small reptiles. It dug dens beneath tree roots and slept through the heat of the day. Both are scavengers. Both steal kills. Both rely on smell more than sight. And both are willing to fight when pushed. But neither knew the other existed. Until today, the scent trail late morning. The Komodo's tongue flicks faster. Something new rides the wind. Not deer. Not pig. Not another dragon. A mammal. Strong scent. Musky. Aggressive. The dragon lowers his head and follows the trail, claws scraping lightly over stone. Ahead, near a fallen tree, the honey badger is digging into a nest of ground birds. Feathers scatter. Eggs crunch between its teeth. It pauses, lifts its head, smells the air. The badger freezes. Then it turns, not to run, but to face the approaching giant reptile. The standoff, they see each other for the first time. The Komodo dragon lifts his body high, mouth slightly open to cool himself. Strings of saliva hang between his teeth, saliva filled with bacteria and mild venom that lowers blood pressure and prevents clotting. The honey badger puffs up, fur raised, white stripe bright in the sun, a warning signal used across the animal world. Neither backs down. The dragon steps forward, slow and deliberate. The badger hisses. This should be simple. The dragon outweighs the badger nearly 10 to 1. But the Komodo hesitates. Because mammals fight differently. They bite fast. They twist. They go for the face. Still, hunger pushes him forward. One step too close. The first strike, the Komodo lunges. Faster than something his size should move. But the honey badger was waiting. It dodges sideways and clamps onto the dragon's foreleg, teeth sinking deep into tough reptile skin. The dragon roars, a deep, guttural sound, and slams his body sideways into the ground, trying to crush the attacker. Dust erupts. Claws rake. The badger refuses to let go. Then the dragon twists his head and snaps forward, His teeth slash across the badger's shoulder. Not a clean bite, but enough. Venom begins to enter the wound. The badger releases and stumbles back, panting. Both animals freeze, bleeding, breathing hard, recalculating. Because now, this is no longer a warning. It's a fight to the death, and neither predator knows yet that one of them is already running out of time. Venom versus Fury. Poison in the blood, the island falls silent except for harsh breathing. The Komodo dragon stands his ground, sides heaving. Blood drips from punctures in his foreleg where the honey badger's teeth pierced deep. Reptiles don't heal quickly. Infection is always a risk. But the dragon knows something the badger doesn't. That bite he landed, even if shallow, delivered venom. Komodo venom doesn't kill instantly. It works slowly. It lowers blood pressure, causes shock, weakens muscles, makes escape harder with every passing minute. The dragon doesn't need to win right now. He just needs to outlast. Across the clearing, the honey badger shakes its head, trying to stay focused. A thin line of blood runs through its coarse fur. The wound burns. But pain is nothing new to a honey badger. They survive snake bites, bee swarms, porcupine quills. Still, something feels different. Its legs feel slightly heavy. But backing down is not an option. Round 2, the badger charges again. Not reckless, strategic. It darts side to side, forcing the dragon to turn his massive body. Komodos are powerful, but they can't pivot quickly. Every sharp turn costs energy. The badger rushes in, snaps at the dragon's throat, then dodges away before the jaws can close. The dragon counters with his tail, a brutal whip of muscle. Thud! The tail catches the badger mid-body and sends it tumbling across the dirt. For a moment, it doesn't move. The dragon advances, slow but steady, tongue flicking, tracking the mammal's scent, waiting for weakness. The badger struggles up, staggering now, but still defiant. A deadly strategy. Instead of attacking again, the honey badger does something unexpected. It turns and runs. Not far, just toward the rocks. The Komodo follows. Because wounded prey that runs is prey that dies. But this is no blind escape. The badger reaches a narrow gap between boulders, a space too tight for the dragon's massive shoulders. It squeezes inside and turns, snarling from the entrance. A fortress. The dragon lunges, trying to bite into the gap, but stone blocks his jaws. He claws at the rocks, scraping, digging, trying to widen the entrance. Inside, the badger pants heavily. Its vision blurs for a second. Venom is working now. Heart racing, breathing shallow. But the badger has one advantage left. Time works both ways. Komodo dragons overheat easily in the midday sun, especially after a fight. And this dragon is already injured. Minutes pass. The dragon keeps digging, then slows, then stops. He steps back, sides pumping, tongue flicking rapidly. He can still smell the badger. Still alive, but hidden. The waiting game. The sun climbs higher. Heat shimmers over the rocks. The dragon lowers himself to the ground a short distance away, watching the crevice. Patient, ancient, built for ambush. Inside the rocks, the honey badger lies on its side, barely moving. Venom makes its muscles feel like stone, but its thick skin may have slowed the spread. Its heart is strong. It will stronger. Both predators are injured. Both are exhausted, and neither can leave without risking death. Hours pass. A vulture circles overhead. Because in the wild, when two killers clash, sometimes both become prey. The dragon lifts his head again. The badger twitches inside the rocks, each waiting for the other to make the final mistake. But as shadows grow longer, only one of them will still be able to stand. When hunters become vulnerable, the heat takes its toll. Late afternoon sun burns low and heavy. The Komodo dragon is still outside the rocks, but he's no longer standing tall. His body lies pressed against the warm earth, sides moving slower now. The wound in his leg has stiffened. Dried blood darkens his scales. Reptiles depend on external heat to power their muscles. But too much heat after extreme effort is dangerous. His earlier burst of energy is gone. Still, he waits. Because patience is the Komodo's greatest weapon. Inside the crevice, the honey badger hasn't moved for several minutes. Its chest rises barely. Venom has spread, but not as fast as it would in thinner-skinned prey. The badger's loose, tough hide and high pain tolerance are buying it time. Its body is fighting back. But survival now depends on a single moment. If it waits too long, weakness will trap it inside. If it leaves too soon, the dragon will be ready. A risky escape, a faint breeze shifts direction. The Komodo's tongue flicks, then pauses. The scent inside the rocks grows weaker. Not gone, but moving. Very slowly, the honey badger crawls deeper through the narrow stone tunnel. This crevice doesn't just go in, it leads through the rocks to a second, hidden exit on the far side. A path only a small, digging mammal could use. The badger drags itself forward, claws scraping softly. Every movement is heavy. Its back leg trembles. Its vision fades at the edges. But instinct screams, move now or never move again. Outside, the dragon shifts slightly. He senses change, but doesn't know where. He guards the original entrance and makes a critical mistake. He assumes prey always retreats deeper, not sideways. The turn behind the rocks, in tall grass and scattered shade, the honey badger emerges. It collapses for a moment, sides heaving. Then it forces itself up. Step by step, it limps toward thicker brush where the dragon cannot easily follow. Not running, just moving enough to survive. The Komodo waits another 10 minutes at the front entrance. Then 20. Finally, he rises and approaches the rocks again. He sniffs. Nothing. He pushes his snout inside. Still nothing. Confusion spreads through an ancient brain built on certainty. The scent trail now leads away, faint but real. The dragon turns to follow. But his injured leg buckles slightly. That earlier bite matters now. Hunting is no longer efficient. And chasing a wounded but still dangerous mammal into brush could mean another injury. For a Komodo dragon, risk must equal reward. This hunt no longer does. Walking away as the sun dips lower, the dragon makes a decision older than memory. He turns away. Slowly, carefully. He will search for easier food. Carrion, a nest, maybe a young deer too slow to escape. Because surviving another day is more important than winning one fight. Behind him, deep in tangled brush, the honey badger disappears into shadow. Alive, poisoned, injured, exhausted, but alive. Two apex survivors met today. Neither won, neither died, and both learned something written into the wild since the beginning of predators. Even the strongest hunters must choose their battles. Nature doesn't hand out victories, only chances to survive one more night. If this intense wildlife showdown kept you on the edge of your seat, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another real-life survival story. And get ready, because in our next documentary, we follow a lone wolf forced to challenge a full-grown grizzly over a frozen carcass in the dead of winter. You won't believe how that one ends.